Hey guys, so we've come down to the van today and we've actually been trapped all morning because it's been pouring with rain.
Yeah, we've got thunderstorms today, forecast all over the weekend actually.
We're pretty much all packed up now. We've got everything in here that we're taking. We made some alterations to the heater to make it safe and more efficient, so that's all complete. And we're starting to get excited for the big trip.
Very, very excited. But we're still here, we're waiting around. We did want to leave this weekend, sort of the leave day was Sunday, Easter Sunday. But it does look like we're going to be a couple more days because we're waiting for some Amazon things to come, some heat wrap and another CO2 detector. So we just literally have to wait for them before we can get on the road. We also had to wait because Charlie had a little appointment with the vets yesterday. He had to have
Charlie.
all of his teeth cleaned.
He was basically just crying all day. You never hear Charlie cry, but he was sort of moaning, howling all day. Dizzy reacts and gets stressed to that, so
it wasn't a very nice day. I think when they obviously have to put them to sleep to clean their teeth. I mean, his teeth look amazing now. They're just like when he was a puppy. Yeah, but it wasn't very nice. He was a bit sad yesterday, but he's all back to normal today. He's happy and everything's good. So yes.
So anyway, yeah, we were going to leave on Sarah's birthday, but we've delayed it for a few days to wait for these orders and so we can have a little drink on her birthday.
So we should be going literally no later than next week on hopefully Monday or Tuesday. It could be as late as Wednesday, but yes, it's coming. The trip's coming, it's happening, and we are going in a few days' time.
So while we've been trapped in the van, we thought we'd make a video dedicated to our little travelling dogs.
Yes, our two favourite travel companions, Dizzy and Charlie, of course. We're going to make a quick video about why we think that this lifestyle, van life, is the best life for a dog. Or dogs. Some dogs. Not all dogs. Most dogs. Okay, so loads of van life people have dogs. It just works, doesn't it? Vans, dogs, they just go hand in hand. And we think it's a really perfect lifestyle for them.
From the owner's point of view, it's just the perfect companion. Loyal best friends. You're never bored. They're entertaining you the whole time. You never get lonely. There's always a friend to talk to if you talk to your dog.
Yeah, and I suppose especially if you're like solo van dwelling, then that's perfect, isn't it?
And it's good for security as well.
Yeah, really good for security. No one can get within a couple of metres of this van without R2 going crazy. And it's great because, you know, at night time, if someone's making noise outside the van, we wouldn't wake up. We're both quite heavy sleepers. But the boys hear everything. So for us, that's a really good security measure for the van.
Which is fine, unless you're trying to be stealthy. Obviously, for us, our van is clearly a camper van, so we're not trying to be stealthy. But if you were, you know, in a little van parked up in a city, and you've got a barky dog, they don't all bark like mad, but if you have, then yeah.
I think most dogs do bark, let's face it. So yeah, if you're trying to be stealth, maybe a dog is not the best idea.
But anyway, let's move on to why van life is the best life, we believe,
for them.
Another reason we made this video is because we literally got so much doggy footage. We're just filming them all the time. So we need to make a video about them so we can put a load of content in there. Moving on, van life dogs, best life. I mean, they get to be outside all the time. They get changing scenery all the time. They get loads of exercise.
All the different smells. So we personally think the main reason why this is such a great life for dogs is because they get to spend so much of their time outside.
You know, beaches, mountains, national parks, forests, so many different environments to explore, different smells. You know, they're so excited every time we stop the van, they're raring to go outside.
Yeah, it's like as soon as you switch the engine off, they know that it's where are we next, and they're forcing to get out the door. So in our van we've got windows all the way around, and the boys absolutely love that because they'll just sit there staring out the windows most of the time unless they're absolutely knackered, and then obviously they're asleep. So even when they're inside the van, it's like being outside the van.
So we actually have living proof that van life is the best life a dog can have, or certain dogs can have. Our Charlie, bless him, he suffers from seizures.
Yeah, he's been having seizures since the age of about 2, so for the last few years. We've never talked about this before in any other video. It's obviously not the nicest thing to happen.
So seizures in dogs are quite common and can happen for a number of different reasons. We did get Charlie tested when he had his first one, and they did, you know, blood tests, brain tests, all this sort of thing, and they're not sure whether it's epilepsy or not. Luckily, Charlie only has one once every 3 months or something.
Yeah, once every couple of months, I'd say. But the thing is with Charlie is he's never had a seizure in the van. So as you know, on the last trip, if you've been following along, we were away for 7.5 months and Charlie was completely seizure free. Any other time that we've been away in the van for a few months here, a few months there, Charlie has just never had one or shown any signs of having one.
He's never had one outside and he's never had one in the van. He's had them when we've been at home, and the situations varies. Generally, it's when he's asleep and dreaming, which obviously you can't control his subconscious. So, you know, in the van, he's never had one, so his dreams must be happy.
Yeah. So this is why I wanted to make this video as well, because of our situation, because of Charlie's situation. And we do feel that Charlie is most happy when he's living the van life and travelling around and on the road. Charlie is not on any seizure medication because we don't want to give him chemicals for the rest of his life.
Which can damage him further, and then you have to up the dose, and we've looked into it. And we don't really want to go down that road until they become a lot more often. Hopefully they never do.
Yeah.
But how can you test them? If he has one every 2 or 3 months, you start giving medication, you don't know if it's working until 2 or 3 months later.
Yeah. So at the moment we want to stay away from these chemicals. We do have medication for Charlie in here. We have syringes with Valium, so if he does have a seizure, we have to put the Valium into his bottom, and that brings him out of it quite quickly. And we just don't worry about it in the van. We don't think of him to have a seizure or anything. I mean, so since being home for a couple of months since Christmas, Charlie has had 2 seizures. Not big ones, not too scary, which is crazy because, like I said, for almost 8 months on the road, not a thing, not a sausage. He was completely fine. Being back home for a couple of months, he's had 2. So is that just a coincidence? We don't think so. We think Charlie was meant to live in a van on the road, the same as us.
So yeah, we think the seizures are brought on by overactivity in his brain. So if he's active and entertained and not bored, he shouldn't get the seizures. And life on the road and van life is perfect for him. You know, they're always, both of them are always outside, meeting new friends, meeting new little companions, dogs of all shapes and sizes.
Charlie is just a very social dog, and he gets to be a lot more social living the van life than in the house.
Not just dogs, they love, Charlie especially loves all nature. Well, they both do, but Dizzy for different reasons. You know, both of them love chasing things. Charlie's got his favourites. He loves ducks and birds. There he goes. Dizzy, more into smaller things like lizards, like searching through, you know, thick grass chasing lizards, but they don't go for anything like flickers of light, shadows, butterflies, fish, frogs, you name it, anything that moves, Dizzy will chase. You know, after a full day of going out, meeting new friends, exploring different environments, loads of exercise.
All those new smells.
Yeah. They're just totally relaxed at the end of the day. Time to chill out and happy. Happy thoughts, happy life, happy dreams, happy dog.
So obviously all dogs are different, but I think that most of you will probably agree that this life is a really good life for dogs. And we wanted to make this video because of Charlie. He's living proof that this is a fantastic life. Instead of being put on chemicals for the rest of his life, van life is his medication. And it works. It literally does work.
So the sun's actually come out now and it stopped raining. So it's time for us to go, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that like button below.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel, then please do, and keep the comments coming because we absolutely love to hear from you.
And we'll see you in the next video.